Hello and welcome. Today is another day with regards to the placement resolution issues. And as always, I am coming to you live from the GNAT Hall here in the Greater Accra region. The GNAT Hall is a place where the Ministry of Education has designated as the resolution center for issues related to senior high school placement to be dealt with. Let me bring you up to speed with happenings here. You do remember that yesterday, all around this area was choked with people coming in to get their issues resolved. So let's take a quick tour to see what the situation is today. And so yesterday, all around this area, you could see lots of people coming in and out, going to seek resolution to placement issues. And you can still see a couple of people around, but comparably the numbers today are quite different from just today. That is to say that we are seeing fewer numbers today, although you can see some parents and some students doing just what they've been asked to do in terms of writing their details behind their placement forms, submitting the form, and then the issues will be dealt with. That is what has been happening here. Let me give you a shot of this particular area, because yesterday, as at the time we're reporting live from here, people were queuing and, struggling to enter the queue, struggling to submit their forms and all of that. But today, you can see in your shots, it's, with few people, and the movement and everything has been eased up, same as this area as well. Now, let me take you inside. Initially, this was a part where we would have used, but it has been blocked for now. So let's use the other entrance to try and then have access to the inner perimeter where we were yesterday and spoke to the media relations officer of the Ministry of Education. We have engaged a couple of officials here, and we will give you the details of what they've been saying about today's exercise. But I want to take you quickly to the inner part where we had those engagements. And so where you are seeing now is the main entrance. Where you are seeing now is the main entrance. You can see police officers on grounds, making sure that things are done in orderly manner. Aside the police officials, you can see parents and students with their brown envelopes. And yeah, the brown envelopes they are holding are basically the details, the placement issues. I've seen some gentlemen here. Let me engage him briefly. Hello, sir. How are you? What's your name? You are not okay. Hello, sir. How are you? Are you okay?
Fine, sir.
Yeah. What are you here for? Are you here for placement-related issues?
For placement for my children.
For your children. What transpired? Tell us about it.
Oh, they chose their schools and they got it. But the selection of the schools, the placements of this thing, I didn't get it. I didn't want boarding. I needed days.
For you or your ward?
My ward.
Your ward.
So now I came and changed the schools for. Okay. So they said.
So were you here yesterday?
I wasn't here.
You were not here yesterday.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going. They said next week I can check. Either they'll call me, or if not, I can check back next week.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Right. Your name?
James Kwabena Zakoro.
James Kwabena Zakoro, we just spoke to, who has indicated that he came here to seek a change of school, and they've taken his details and has been assured that by next week it will reflect for the ward to be able to carry on with the processes involved in going to the senior high school. And so that is about that. Our live coverage coming to you from the GNAT Hall. And so this is the area where this is the exit point, basically. So if you go in there, you deal with your issues and everything, and you are done dealing with those issues, this is the exit point. You do remember that yesterday, police officers were all over trying to control the crowd and manage the crowd, and those are barricades and all. I have seen quite an interesting gentleman here. Let me go close and tell you who he is and engage him briefly about what has been happening. I'll go. Greetings. Greetings, sirs. Yeah, so I've seen him here. He is the Deputy National Coordinator, CSSPS, and so let's engage him. Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How has it been for you? It's been hectic, has it not? Or quite normal?
Well, we are managing.
Managing.
Part of the occupational hazards.
If you were here yesterday, I know, but if you had been here around this time yesterday, I'm not sure you would have been able to stand here. A vast difference. What did you do?
Absolutely, the concerns that they bring, we normally collate them and submit it to the operation team for them to work on them. So largely, most of the concerns that came yesterday have been worked on. We are hoping that when they are done with whatever we get today, we'll also work on it. So we hope and pray. As and when we deal with the situations, I believe the numbers. So finally, we will have no reason to be here. Yeah.
So particularly yesterday, I did observe something. I was in there, and then an official of yours, came out to engage some parents and told them the processes and all. Immediately after telling them what to do, the numbers reduced drastically. It meant that some people were here with no, as in they didn't have the education of what to do. Some of the issues could have been resolved even elsewhere. So what has been the education like?
Yeah, so as I told you earlier, before the commencement of the placement, we do what we call sensitization. So the sensitization is when you have to visit almost every district in the country to engage the various heads of schools, basic schools. The new selection criteria and policies for them to have an appreciation of it so that when the kids are selecting, we'll have a seamless exercise. And I believe that was done. And almost everybody was engaged. I happened to be part of the one that was done in the Usunya East constituency. So I saw how the process went, and I believe that it was really very comprehensive. And the heads of schools were engaged, and the information in respect of the selection procedure, criteria, policy, and everything was really given out. And I believe that when things like this are done, it ought to trickle down to the teachers who are teaching them, as well as the parents and also even the kids, the students themselves who are writing the exams. So I believe for sensitization, we are doing it, but we don't normally have a perfect system. So we would just have to make sure we do more on sensitization and possibly engage media, as we are doing right now, just for people to have a better appreciation of what really transpires or happens.
In a statement released yesterday, you did indicate that about 1,300 cases, have been seen. And out of that, topping is people wanting to change their schools and all. Tell us about that. How does that work?
I can tell you about 99% of the people you see here are not here for any technical issues or matters. It has to do with choices. The person lost out in the first choice or second choice, and the person had a third choice. The person who wants to go to the furnace, really what really is happening with the people, even the numbers in there. You can enter right now and start sampling. You realize that it has to do with people who made their choices. They missed out on the choices. They want to go back to their choices. Some also chose day, but now they've been given a day. They want to change it to boarding. Some chose home economics, but now they have the admission. They have whatever they want. They want to change to general arts. So basically, it has to do with decisions they've made, and they want to change it. But technically, it's not something that ought to be encouraged. But because there are vacancies in some of the schools, we want to assist by trying to do the movements here and there. But the oversubscribed schools, like the Category A schools, those ones, first placement, maximum a day two, they are filled up. So as it stands now, you can't come here and do a change of school to a Category A school. Those schools are filled up already. So what is happening here is just movement within the Category C schools. Even technically, it ought not to be encouraged. But as human as we are, somebody comes to tell you that I was living here, and now I've moved my family to this place, and the distance is far. If only there is space, even though it's not supposed to be done, sometimes we try to entertain them just to, make sure they are also comfortable, and the kids themselves also have sound mind. Schools and study.
Some students are engaged, be like, oh, me, I had a grade 13, my colleague had 18, he or she has been placed here. Tell us about raw score and the role they play in this whole process.
In terms of placement criteria, 4 ingredients plays a key role. First of all, performance, the program you select, the residential status, and 15% quota for public schools. So in terms of the everybody appreciates that. But when it has to do with residential status, for example, boarding or day, I would choose a school like Laboni. I had an aggregate of 8. I chose boarding. When I choose headmasters are asked to do declaration in respect of day boarding capacity, and they do that, and we have the results. So I know that in a system, Laboni capacity for boarding is 200, day is 100. Now, when you choose Laboni and your program and you choose boarding, you are going to compete with the boarders, those who are going to boarding. So if it happens that those who chose boarding, majority of them get 6, 6, 6, 6, 7, 7, 7, 7, you with 8, you lose out. Now, on the other side, if it happens that those who chose day relatively have their results scattered between 6 to, let's say, 15, you with 13, 14 could be considered. Are you getting it? So somebody will tell you, I chose Laboni, I chose the same program, but he had admission I didn't get. Ask the person, what program did you choose? What is the residential status? Are you also coming from a day school, or you're coming from a private school or from a public school? Because we give 15% to the public schools. You and I will admit that some of the public schools where they are over-resourced, they're under-resourced. They don't have, sometimes they don't have trained teachers to handle them. You go to a school, people volunteer to do the teaching. One master teaches every subject in some remote areas. They go to market, no school. So when you have situations like this, it is only fair you give them some appreciable quota to pick brilliant ones amongst them, and they compete favorably with those colleagues they made them in the big schools, and then they do so well. Some come out with 8 A's, and there's data to that. So I believe that these are the criteria, and I believe parents should be informed and also have that in mind.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time. But what is your assurance to Ghanaians and your message to students who are having issues? What is your final message?
Well, first of all, I have to say we thank them for the cooperation that we've received from them, and we also thank them for the patience they've had, basically. And as we are also here to serve them, we will not renege on our duties to serve them, and they are our priority, the reason why we are here. And we should also assure them that they should not go and pay any money to anybody for any services. All the services we the government. So if you sit somewhere and somebody takes your money, what they do is that they take the monies from home and come here and come and resolve the issue as if they've done something. They've not done anything. You can go to the resolution centers in the district, it will be resolved. Region, it will be resolved. There's even some lines they've given out. You can engage them and then everything. Even on the portal, you can go to the portal and chat. People have access to a lot of avenues to communicate, and I believe that everything will be fine. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your time. For the purpose of those watching, your full name and your role.
My name is Abdul Rahman Mohammed Demi. I'm the National Deputy Coordinator for CSSPS.
Thank you so much. So that was Abdul Rahman, Deputy National Coordinator of CSSPS, giving us details of this entire process and how it has been. And key amongst the issues he has raised, I must say that he has warned Ghanaians or parents, don't go and pay money to anyone, because the entire process is being facilitated by government, and so it is totally free. Don't fall victim to fraudsters, because the entire process is free. And so that is what he has been saying about the entire process and giving assurance about that. I have seen a certain man here. I saw him since I came here in the morning, and he's still around, and he seems a bit stressed up. I would want to engage him briefly. Hello, sir. Good afternoon. Yeah, how are you doing? I've been here since morning, and you are still here. What has been happening? Can I engage you briefly? Can I sit and talk to you briefly? All right, thank you. What has been happening? What's happening, sir? GNAT.
No problem.
What's the issue?
Oh, no have issue. So, challenge.
What's the challenge? Obeti mi akatwi. Kasa opesa wakabia.
So me I'm confused.
Nyama binama why confused? Nyama bensa a school no one pacho kabibi train.
A school no. Treatment in a possible. But say me pay board na man a day no man and person may change him and
na school na embe mo ho.
Maybe I first say one I choose a 12 in a mutual, it's not my person.
Na first moti baby na mo choose school no around that area, but you say mo fi ho echo baby foforo.
It's not my yes.
Because me buy and a palm who say what he had and say, oh, not issue here in Shema or not in Patchon Penny for no what they then or more can fa home. Call inside near the end or then or more can fa home.
Oh, your contract will be to research your CM20 to be sure you're trained.
That's in Patchon for say.
If my
Isaac. Okay. Isaac Abedi.
Isaac Amamoche.
Amabochi. Oh, na often it's in Crana. 18.
Oh, madam.
Oh, madam.
Madam said after a talk a Budumba side.
So there's your word. Hello. You are busily, engaging your phone. You seem happy. That is not really happy, but you seem happy. You are not happy. Tell us. How are you? What's your name?
Michelle.
Yeah, what? Michelle, Daddy has said that you lived in one area and then chose a school, and now you've moved from there to a different place. And now the school you've been given there, and he wants to change. How do you feel about it? About the fact that maybe your colleagues have gotten what they wanted and you are not yet satisfied with what you've had. How do you feel about it?
I feel worried.
Tell us more. If you say you feel worried, why exactly? Didn't hear.
If you say school and I'm a penumania.
Na school ben and now pay schools ben out you see any idea.
What you see a holy child Ramina.
What you say about it?
Holy child.
Holy child. A bit to make choices natural first, second, third, fourth.
First, holy child. Second, Agri and Westy Grammar. And third, Presby and Swedu.
Oh, Swedu Secondary School. Swear School. Oh, Dema. Intina Pedeco Swear School. And in church you see. It you see. It's on Uncle when I was out to Yanka Boko and boarded. It is a sea business a pede where you know what's about. I business a pede where you was about. I'm showing him that business.
Mina Kaminaya. In Pesuna Minayan.
Okay, so Moses amount. Okay, so share him who say baby Biafra mama. Sure. But that's never same name.
Michelle
Abede.
Amameshe.
Sure, Medasi. Eja, Madam Wase, me wo arishe mu say omo he masem na omo di ho Juma Amamo. Joe, so that was parents in the ward we just engaged who have said that they lived in one particular area and then now they've moved and the ward has been placed at their former place, and so that is what has been happening here. But generally the numbers have been fewer today, and authorities we've spoken to, we just engaged the CSSP deputy coordinator. Earlier we spoke to the media relations officer for the Ministry of Education, who has also stressed the fact that under no circumstance will people be placed in schools they did not choose. I've seen another man here. I saw him here since morning, and he's still here. Hello, sir. How are you?
Yeah, gentlemen, I'm fine.
What is happening? You seem,
Yeah, you saw me at once. What happened is I'm coming to do changes of school for my daughter. My first choice that he picked is Ghana National, that picking. And that he made as his first choice, but it's day school that picked him. And since he's a lady, and I want him to go to boarding school. Other than that, I know it can learn so much hardly. And to be frank, as I came, we choose B school. My daughter had aggregate 12, and we choose a B school for him as his first choice. That is Ghana National. But what we see is they couldn't give him the Ghana National, so that's why we want to change it to Ghana National. And as I came, I asked the officials, they say I can't get Ghana National for my daughter. And I asked them what happened, and they say all the schools are full, so it's nothing that you got it. So I don't understand. But yesterday, as I went to Ghana National yesterday, I went to the campus yesterday. with the form, and I saw a gentleman at the school when he's also coming to look for placement changes for a school for his daughter. But he's also here, and they put it at the protocol line inside at the top there. And they told me that it's only security agency that protocol line. And looking about the gentleman I met at the school yesterday, he's not a security officer, but he's also there. And what about me? So since me too, I'm not a security.
Like it's been discriminatory.
So, yeah, it's a discrimination. So as it's like that, to be frank, my daughter get confused, and that is not the best that we need to go.
So which school was she placed actually?
She placed St. Margaret as a day school.
As a day.
Yeah, as a day school, and
with aggregate 12.
With aggregate 12, and I want him to go to boarding school. So he's also telling me that, Daddy, I want to go to Ghana National so that I can learn how to live for money, and that's why we are here trying to fight and see whether if I can get Ghana National for him. So they say I should rewrite it. So I write a Ghana National, I rewrite it again as a Ghana National, as a first school, but still they are telling me that my daughter will not go to a school. So right now I'm here. I don't know what to do.
So with what you are saying, if you don't get a Ghana National and they give you another alternative school, are you going to go for that?
Sir, to be frank, I think if I cannot say anything to lie, my daughter also did best more than some of the people who had aggregate 30, 20, and 35 there and there. But they are also in the top there and looking for the better school for their daughters and sons. So I'm also trying to see whether if I can also go to a school, because I can see that my daughter also try his best. So the only thing I need is I want to get Ghana National for my daughter.
Okay, all the very best, and we hope that you get the help that you need. Thank you for speaking to Channel One TV. Thank you. All right, so your name again?
My name is Kohi David.
Kohi David. Okay, so that was her parent, Kohi David. We just engaged, and he also has been telling his story. And his story is that his daughter had aggregate 12, and when the placement was released, her first choice was Ghana National College, but she was not given, but was given a different school. And so he is seeking a change of school because the daughter is insisting that that is the only school she wants to attend. And he has also indicated that even the new school, different school the daughter was placed in, the status is day, but he wants the daughter to be in a boarding house to go through the boarding facility training. So that is his story. He says he has been here to try and get the issue resolved, but he has not gotten any help yet. And he also stated that it appears some people are being considered for protocol slots, but he has not been considered yet. And so that is his story here, indicating that he prays that the authorities or people here will listen to his story and help in resolving this issue. And so that is generally what has been happening here at the GNAT Hall in the Greater Accra region, the place designated by the Ministry of Education to resolve placement-related issues. Let me remind you again that 18th of October is the day these students are to report. And we do know that yesterday, Ministry of Education released a statement giving out some statistics as well as releasing the combined prospectus for individuals, for all the students, like a satisfied prospectus and all of that. So this has been a wrap of events at the GNAT Hall in the Greater Accra region. Remember that I am at the Samuel Akom on all social media platforms, and I am